I was driving through a stretch of highway in northern Nevada after visiting a friend. It was supposed to be a straight shot, just hours of empty road cutting through desert and low hills. I left late, figuring I'd drive through the night and sleep when I got back. It was the kind of road where you could go 20 minutes without seeing another car, and at some point, my phone lost signal completely. At first, it didn't bother me. I actually liked the silence. No notifications, no noise, just the hum of the engine and the road stretching endlessly ahead. But after a while, it started to feel different. Too quiet, too empty. I hadn't seen another vehicle in nearly 40 minutes when I noticed headlights behind me. They were far back at first, just two faint dots in my rearview mirror. I remember feeling relieved more than anything else. It was good to know someone else was out there. The lights stayed at a distance for a while, matching my speed almost perfectly. Then, slowly, they started to get closer. I didn't think much of it. Maybe they were just driving faster. I kept my speed steady, expecting them to pass, but they didn't. They stayed behind me, a few car lengths back, just far enough that I couldn't make out what kind of vehicle it was. After a few minutes, it started to feel strange. The road was completely empty, no intersections, no exits, nothing for miles, and yet this car had appeared out of nowhere and was now just following me. I tapped my brakes lightly just to signal them to pass. They didn't. Instead, they slowed down with me, keeping the same distance. That's when I started paying closer attention. I sped up a little. They sped up. I slowed down again. They slowed down. It became clear pretty quickly that this wasn't just someone coincidentally driving behind me. They were matching me. I felt my chest tighten, that slow, creeping anxiety building in the back of my mind. I told myself there was a reasonable explanation. Maybe they were tired too, just pacing off my car. Maybe they didn't want to pass on a dark road like this. Still, something about it felt wrong. I glanced in my rearview mirror again, trying to get a better look, but their headlights were too bright. I couldn't see anything beyond the glare. Okay, I muttered to myself. That's enough. I pressed down on the gas, pushing my speed higher than I was comfortable with, just wanting to put distance between us. For a few seconds, it worked. The headlights fell back slightly. Then they surged forward again. Faster this time. The distance between us closed rapidly, and within seconds they were right behind me, so close I could barely see the road behind their lights. My grip tightened on the steering wheel. And then, just as suddenly as they had rushed up, they backed off again. It didn't feel random. It felt deliberate, like they were playing with me. My heart was pounding now. I scanned the road ahead, hoping for anything, an exit, a gas station, another car, but there was nothing, just darkness stretching on forever. I considered pulling over, letting them pass, but something told me not to. I had this strong gut feeling that if I stopped, they would too, and I didn't want to find out what would happen then. So I kept driving. After a while, I noticed something else. The road ahead started to curve slightly, dipping down into a lower stretch surrounded by rocky hills. As I approached the curve, I saw something up ahead on the side of the road. At first, I thought it was a sign. Then I realized it was a car, parked at an angle, half on the shoulder, half in the dirt. Its lights were off, and it looked abandoned. For a split second, I felt a flicker of hope. Maybe someone else was out there. Maybe I could pull over, get help, or at least not be alone. But as I got closer, that feeling disappeared. The car wasn't empty. There was someone standing next to it. A man. He was facing the road, standing completely still. As my headlights swept over him, I saw that he wasn't waving or signaling for help. He wasn't doing anything at all. Just standing there, watching. I instinctively slowed down, trying to figure out what I was looking at, but then I remembered the car behind me. I glanced in my rearview mirror. The headlights were still there, closer than ever. And then something clicked in my mind that made my stomach drop. The car behind me and the car ahead of me, they were connected. I don't know how I knew. I just did. Every instinct in my body screamed at me not to stop. Not here. Not with them. I hit the gas hard, speeding past the parked car. And as I did, I caught a clearer glimpse of the man. He turned his head to follow me. And he was smiling. Not a normal smile. Wide. Too wide. Like he knew something I didn't. I didn't look back for more than a second, but it was enough. As soon as I passed him, the car behind me accelerated again, this time faster than before. They closed the distance in seconds, riding right on my bumper. Then, without warning, they swerved slightly to the side, just enough for me to see something inside the vehicle through the glare. There wasn't just one person in the car. There were two. The driver and someone in the passenger seat leaning forward, staring directly at me, not moving, not blinking, just staring. I pushed my car as fast as it would go, my entire body tense, barely breathing. The road ahead straightened out into darkness again, and I kept going, not daring to slow down. Eventually, after what felt like forever, I saw distant lights in the far distance, another highway, maybe even a small town. And just like that, the headlights behind me disappeared, gone. I didn't see them turn off, didn't see them slow down. They were just gone. I didn't stop driving until I reached a gas station miles later. Even then, I stayed in my car for a while, checking every mirror, every shadow, making sure I was actually alone. I never saw that car again, and I never found out who those people were. But sometimes when I think back on that night, the part that unsettles me the most isn't being followed. It's that man standing by the road, the way he smiled as I passed, like he knew exactly what was about to happen and was waiting for me to stop.